Three news stories for you is firstly, a university has revoked Eleni Gabre Madin's PhD degree. Why did it happen? Why did the university revoke her degree, which is an honorary PhD degree? I think 3 days ago we saw some reports that Addis Ababa University had also threatened that it would cancel or revoke the degrees of those academics who would support TPLF. What is happening in Ethiopia? Why are educational institutes becoming so polluted, so influenced by this war that they're becoming part of this war? Secondly, viewers, Oromo Liberation Army has shared another video of its new recruits. Where is this video from? And though OLA is making large-scale recruitments, but on the ground, we have not seen any major gains by Oromo Liberation Army so far. Because a few days ago we heard from Gamache Seboye, Deputy Chief of OLA, and Jalmaro that they were about to reach Addis Ababa. Where are they now? And lastly, viewers, Ethiopian PM office spokesperson Biline Siom last night held a press briefing in which she claimed that PM Abiy was leading the forces, and under his leadership, the forces had made considerable gains. Ethiopian National Defense Force and regional forces, they have made some gains within the past few days. Is it due to PM Abiy being on the ground? We'll have a look at that. Firstly, viewers, Dr. Eleni Gabremadin, who was part of that controversial virtual meeting, the Zoom recording of that meeting was leaked a few days ago. Since then, she has been under a crackdown. Her business, Blue Moon, was raided and closed. She was fired from the post of an advisor with Ethiopian Ministry of Planning and Development. Now, Gonder University has revoked her honorary PhD degree, though she has reportedly a PhD degree from Stanford University. So it does not make a difference for her if Gonder University is revoking her degree. But it shows, viewers, that Ethiopian educational institutes are so influenced by this war that they have become part of this war. Educational institutions are meant to play a cementing role, a positive role to end this conflict, but they have been polarized as well. A few days ago, we saw some reports about Addis Ababa University where academics were threatened that their degrees would be revoked and cancelled if they were found supporting Tigray People Liberation Front. It should not happen. It should not happen. Universities, colleges, they must ensure their independence. How will they promote independent thinking if their decisions are so biased? Educational institutes are meant to promote independent thinking, critical thinking. How will you do that if you take such biased decisions? University says that the degree has been revoked, Dr. Eleni's degree, because of her unpatriotic views. Well, I watched that video, that Zoom recording video. After that, I did a video on that, a detailed video, and I did not find her unpatriotic. She was discussing economic revival. If there is an interim setup in Ethiopia, what's wrong with that? I don't know. It's why Ethiopian government has banned discussion of interim or transitional government. People can discuss. It does not mean that they are unpatriotic. They are traitors. You should not call them traitors just because they are discussing transition or interim government. You can challenge them logically. Yes, challenge them, talk to them, expose them if they are lying, but don't label them as traitors, as having unpatriotic views, as having treasonous intentions. That's far too exaggerated, I would say. Secondly, viewers, Oromo Liberation Army OLA has graduated to more new fighters. A few hours ago, we saw a video from Jimma in Oromia. In the video, dozens at least can be seen being graduated. A few days ago, we saw statements from Jalmaro and Jalgamachisiboe, deputy head of OLA. Both were claiming that they would reach Addis Ababa in coming days. But so far, no signs of OLA getting close to Addis Ababa in significant numbers. Yes, they have their presence in Western Oromia, in Southern Oromia, but we have not seen large-scale mobilization of Oromo Liberation Army towards Ethiopian capital Addis Ababa. Now, when airstrikes have started on Western Oromia, as I reported yesterday, it will become more difficult for Oromo Liberation Army to organize, to recruit, and to move towards Ethiopian capital. So we cannot say that Oromo Liberation Army has significant presence close to Ethiopian capital. Yes, it has done some recruitments, but the recruitments are not showing up practically in OLA's operations on the ground close to Addis Ababa. They are conducting some activities, small scale activities like attacks on some vehicles, like capturing some countryside areas. But we have not seen so far OLA take control of key places close to Addis Ababa. Watch the video of yesterday's graduation ceremony held in Jimma. Then we'll talk about the next news story. Lastly, Bilin Siyam, Ethiopian government spokesperson, just a few hours ago claimed that Ethiopian government forces made some large-scale gains. They made some strides in the past few days because of PM Abiy's leadership, as he is leading from the front. Can we say that? Well, he was seen in Afar. His first appearance was in Afar, which was very much expected. Why? Because before his arrival in Afar, his forces were already making gains. TDF's attack towards the Mille had already been repelled before PM Abiy's entry in Afar. Kasa Geta was largely contested. Ali Viha was under Afar control. So what happened after PM Abiy's entry in Afar is that Shifra came under ENDF Afar control. Momentum was already there. TDF's large-scale advance towards the Mille had been repelled close to Ali Viha, I think. They were pushed back towards Bati. So his presence was more for morale boosting. He is not devising military strategy. The military strategy is being devised by commanders on the ground, by their seasoned fighters, their generals, their militia leaders. PM Abiy is there for morale boosting. So I think Gashina would be a test. If Gashina is retaken by Amhara forces, we can say that his presence is proving to be of significance. So far, we don't have any concrete information about Gashina. In coming videos, I'll try to update you.